Good morning, everyone. We all know that we are in Unlock 5. So, there are certain guidelines for Unlock 5. The first one is wear mask daily and properly. Second one is stay at least 6 feet from others. And third one is wash your hands frequently, always with the help of a soap and a water at least for 20 seconds, and do not touch your face. Do not share food, drinks with others. Now, today's topic is the today's we are starting the third part of the lesson electrochemistry, and today our topic is classification classification of electrolytes. Classification of electrolytes. So all electrolytes do not ionizes to the same extent in solution, and on this basis the electrolytes are broadly divided into two types. The first one is strong electrolytes, and the second one is weak electrolytes. On the basis of ionization, the electrolytes are classified in two categories. The first one is the strong electrolyte, and the second one is the weak electrolyte. Now, let us discuss these two type of electrolyte one by one. The first one is the strong electrolyte. So, strong electrolytes means the electrolytes the electrolytes which are almost completely dissociated. Dissociated means ionized. The electrolytes which are almost completely dissociated or completely ionized in the solution. Such type of electrolytes are known as strong electrolytes. And the example of strong electrolytes are NaCl, that is sodium chloride, KCl, potassium chloride, HCl, hydrochloric acid, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, and NH4NO3. This is ammonium nitrate. So these are the electrolytes which are completely ionizes in their solution. So such type of electrolytes are known as strong electrolytes. There are many other example. Beside these example, there are many other example of the electrolyte, strong electrolyte. Now the second one is the weak electrolyte. So it is clear from the name that weak means which are not completely ionizes or which are not completely dissociated. So weak electrolyte means the electrolytes which are not completely ionizes or dissociated in the solution. Such type of electrolytes are known as the weak electrolytes, and there are various examples of weak electrolytes. For example, acetic acid CH3COOH, CH3COOH, that is the acetic acid. And the carbonic acid, this is the another weak electrolyte. Ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, this one is the ammonium hydroxide. Zinc chloride, now ZnCl2, that is the zinc chloride. MgCl2, mercurous chloride. So these all are the example of the weak electrolyte, and weak electrolytes are those electrolytes which are not completely ionized or which are not completely dissociated in solution. So in case of the weak electrolyte, an equilibrium, we all are aware of the equilibrium. So an equilibrium is established between the unionized electrolyte and the ions formed in the solution. So the extent of ionization of weak electrolyte, is expressed in terms of degree of ionization, or we can say that degree of dissociation. So degree of ionization, or we can say that degree of dissociation. Degree of ionization or degree of dissociation. So what is the meaning of degree of ionization or dissociation? That is, here the word degree is used, means it is a fraction. So the degree of ionization or the degree of dissociation is defined as, the fraction. It is a fraction. The fraction of total number. The fraction of total number of molecules. The fraction of total number of molecule of the electrolyte which ionizes in the solution, So that fraction, the fraction of total number of molecule of electrolyte which ionizes in the solution, that is known as the degree of ionization or the degree of dissociation. And it is generally, the degree of ionization or the degree of dissociation is generally denoted by alpha. It is generally denoted by alpha. So for strong electrolyte, these type of electrolyte, for strong electrolyte, alpha means degree of ionization is almost equal to 1, and for the weak electrolyte it is always less than 1. So for strong electrolytes, the alpha is almost equals to 1. But for weak electrolytes, the alpha is less than 1. The alpha is less than, and here the meaning of the alpha is it is the degree of ionization or the degree of dissociation. Now the next topic is factors affecting electrical conductivity, factors affecting electrical conductivity of electrolytic solution. Now this is our new topic, factors affecting electrical conductivity of electrolytic solution. So the conductivity of electrolytic solution also called, it is also called ionic solution. Electrolytic solution also called ionic solution. So the conductivity of electrolytic or the ionic solution depends upon the various factors. So let us discuss these factors one by one. So the first factor is nature of electrolyte. The first factor is nature of electrolyte. So the first is nature of electrolyte. This is the first factor which affect the electrical conductivity of electrolytic solution. So nature of electrolyte means the conductance of an electrolyte. The conductance of an electrolyte depend upon the number of ions present. The conductance of electrolyte depends upon the number of ions present in the solution. So therefore, the greater the number of ions of the solution, the greater the number of ions, the greater the number of ions where in the solution. The greater the number of ion in the solution, the greater is the conductance. The greater is the conductance. Means as the number of ions present in the solution is high, if the number of ions present in the solution